Hi, it's me, Rabbit Boy. Okay, I'm not gonna be taking any questions today. I really have to speedrun this. Alright, let's do this. Week 4 video rationale. Research. The main thing that was researched this week was definitely the week 4 video commercial assignment and asset that was supposed to be made by the creator, aka Angel. That's you. A lot of topics were researched here, specifically the Pringles commercial as well as a lot of Red Bull commercials. These commercials were researched because of their unique animation style and how weirdly well these pieces of animation are actually made. They don't just connect very well with what the brand actually is trying to represent, aka in this case, it's supposed to be a chip and an energy drink, but the animations themselves are just super fun. Sure, the Red Bull commercials themselves don't exactly scream Red Bull, but because a lot of people know them because of the Red Bull commercials themselves, it created a very distinct and very connected visual identity for the brand itself. In this case, the animation is very well represented. The Pringles commercial itself was researched because of the variety that the commercials themselves have. Sometimes the commercial is going to be about a ship captain. Sometimes they're going to be about a Western cowboy. Sometimes it's just Chris Pratt babbling about for 15 seconds, and it still works. That's because of the topic itself and how it's handled in those commercials, and it all connects back towards Pringles. So Pringles itself is a base for variety research, while Red Bull is more of a quality research when it comes to the actual artistic direction that Superstar Alliance is trying to go for. Part 2, solving problems. One of the main problems was definitely trying to create something that really resonated with the people that were looking at the commercial itself. Trying to make a dark and gritty animation while also trying to make something that's very lighthearted and hopeful is very difficult. But that's exactly why the challenge is important. Being able to solve the problem in it by itself isn't exactly the problem as a whole, it's actually trying to connect everything back to the visual identity of the commercial and what it's trying to do for the brand itself. In this case, how can we turn something that's very dark, gritty, and emotional into something way more hopeful and something that really represents unity? After all, the brand itself is being represented by characters. In this case, it's the characters in the boat. So how are we supposed to make it feel hopeful while also making it seem very emo? Well, not emo, just emotional by itself. Well, that's where the concept of teamwork comes in. The main concept that's supposed to feed into affiliation, which obviously is the key aspect of the entire brand. And so with that, we get the actual actions inside of the commercial itself. People helping out other people, or in this case, a team, a family helping out family. Because a good family will never leave anyone to drown. Especially not someone as important as another family member, or in this case, another team member in the Superstar Alliance. Collaboration. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Collaboration this week was a little bit rough, but with the help of a few professionals inside of the industry, especially when it comes to people who make video commercials by themselves, it was pretty easy to actually be able to make something that was both quality and emotional to make it connect very well with the brand itself. Also, the unbiased view of people who are not connected at all with the product also help. So outside help was definitely very much appreciated. In this case, people who will not be named were actually able to criticize and observe what was able to benefit the brand a lot more and what was more of a weakness to the actual commercial itself and what could be fixed. Since the animation itself was made in under a week, then obviously it's not exactly the most amazing quality, but with time it can definitely be polished. And the final category, acquiring competencies. Wow, that is a hard word. Yeah, it was very important to actually be able to find animation skills and animation techniques to speed up the process. Making a 50-second animation isn't exactly very hard, but actually making it look good and polished and have it connect with the message itself is a little bit difficult. And so the main skills that were acquired were definitely just how can this animation look both good and pleasing while also saving time and effort. It's not about finding a shortcut or cutting corners for the sake of it, but actually learning limitations and realizing what one can and cannot do is incredibly important when it comes to this industry, or any industry at all. So definitely the competencies that were acquired were just shortcuts and how to make something look good and also how to make it look And yeah, that was it for this class. I hope you all enjoyed, and whoa, look at that. I'm fading away again. Goodbye.